Welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swat with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about California education policy with a new member of the state legislature who has more than 40 years' experience as an educator in San Diego. My guest is Shirley Weber, a member of the State Assembly from San Diego. Thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
You know, if you look at K through 12 first, over the past several years, I think K through 12 schools in California received more than $20 billion less than they would otherwise have anticipated with all the budget cuts. Now we're looking forward to a proposed budget for 13-14 that has a significant stability, and from all of your contacts in education, they must be pretty happy with that.
Well, I think overall everyone is very pleased to the extent that we're at least going to do something to stop the bleeding a little bit. We're not going to restore it where it once was. You know, the money that was lost was a lot of positions, a lot of individuals, a lot of programs. So, but at least people are relieved. They're taking a sigh of relief that, okay, wait, we don't have to wait for the hammer to fall this year. We can start now thinking about stabilizing where we are, maybe building at some point and increasing our capacity to serve the students. So there is a sigh of relief. Prop 30 was wonderful in helping us to get there. We've got a few years now to hopefully restructure ourselves in a way that makes sense and that hopefully will stabilize the funding for public education.
Yeah. Of course, there's still risks in the budget moving forward, but January, for example, was a very good month in terms of receipts for the state.
Yes, yeah. And there's a lot of risk going forward. We're very cautious, about it. We know that there are always the peaks and the valleys. And so even though we feel good about where we are, we know that it's possible to turn. And so we're doing everything we can to cautiously move forward. And we encourage our districts to do likewise.
Of course, yeah, the University of California received another $250 million, so did CSU, and so staves off tuition increases.
That was a part of the deal. We wanted to stop the tuition increases, knowing that most of those institutions had lost almost 50% of their funding as well. You know, I was a university professor at San Diego State for 40 years, and so I saw the cuts. I saw the reduction in services. I saw the things that were delayed, the students who couldn't get classes, you know, the on, and the tremendous need for the institutions to be able to service the areas in which they were.
You think San Diego County needs another college or university?
I think we do. You know, when we formed a select committee on higher education for San Diego County. I was very pleased that the speaker allowed me to do that, and the good thing is that I've gotten all of the legislators in San Diego County to agree to serve on it, Democrat and Republican, because the issue is really not a partisan issue. But it looks at San Diego County, which is a growing county. It has lots of students, great needs, and yet we only have 2 CSUs and 1 UC campus, and probably a few, we have community colleges, but maybe not enough. So we're going to look to see what are the needs in San Diego County. We look at LA County, which is larger, obviously, but we look at them. We look at San Francisco, the Bay Area, and we discover that there are a lot more options available to young people in those areas than are in San Diego. And San Diego basically serves not only San Diego County, but Imperial County as well.
We only have a few seconds left, but I want to segue slightly to one of your bills, which would require new schools or modernized schools to have carbon monoxide alarms.
Yes, really? Most definitely. I was alarmed when what happened in Atlanta in December with the school, with all the children sick, going to hospital, almost 50 people having to be taken to hospital, all the kids ill because they didn't have carbon monoxide detectors in their school. I looked around and asked, do we require that in California? And no, we don't. We require it in construction, apartments, and those places, but not in schools. So we want to make sure that our new schools and constructions have carbon monoxide detectors.
All right. Well, Shirley Weber, thanks for coming by and talking about these educational issues. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so very much for having me.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on My Government on Demand, also on YouTube. I'm Steve Swat. Have a great day.